Well, I think that there is tremendous deprivation in those parts of the country, inadequate housing, and what we have here, of course, is a considerable amount of hunger. We have the children with distended stomachs in the large cities of the country, particularly in the north, where there is poverty. Still people can live on welfare so that the children don't suffer. Here, children as well as grown-ups are suffering, and as well as the housing being, of course, completely inadequate and without any schooling because of the fact that the children have insufficient clothing. So, as I say, I think it's a terrible reflection on our society. I think that one of the great problems is for most of us as American citizens, we don't run across it. We don't, for a citizen living under reasonably good conditions in our big cities, we don't pass through Bedford-Stuyvesant, we don't pass through Harlem. For a citizen living here in the state of Mississippi, you don't ordinarily run up against, if you're doing reasonably well, you don't run up against this kind of poverty. And certainly people elsewhere in the country have very little personal knowledge or information about it. But it exists, and it seems to me that we should do something about it. It's long overdue, and I don't think an inadequate poverty program or a poverty program that's on the books and sounds good but is inadequately funded, it might solve our conscience, and we might say that we are doing what we should, but the fact is that we're not doing what we should be doing in this country to deal with this problem.
Poverty is not a trait of character. It is created by circumstances. 30 million Americans live in poverty. So will their children, unless the cycle is broken. That's the goal of President Johnson's war on poverty. Help win it. Vote for him on November 3rd.